Everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Get our cash ready. Deals are knocking at the door. Do you see what's going on out there? Insane. First of all, basic mathematics are all that's needed in this one. Throw the playbook out the window. The data won't save you. When you see the fastest housing bubble ever produced on record in world history, that should have everybody's attention. Nope. Economic Kool-Aid. And we have some big temperature checks today. Let's go ahead and just dive into one of our first ones. Chase Bank, Jamie Dimon of Chase Bank. They have the best temperature check of anybody on what's going on with the U.S. savings rate. Of course, it's the biggest bank in the world. They say by this summer, all the economic stimulus will be poof, gone from all of our bank accounts. You, me, everybody pretty much. The majority of people, if not everybody, will be out. The stimulus will have been removed from the economy. And this is really dangerous. And it's really, and I want to thank a lot of you who jump into the comments, help in the comments, reporting the spammers, thanking me. It is such an honor and a privilege to be part of such a great community. Just a normal guy, a sales guy, a realtor out here, and a euphoric Wild West Southern California market where it was ridiculous. And I just lived through this before, so I just knew I gotta warn people. I don't care if it costs me a sale. I don't care. I've always said you don't want a real estate agent that's in worse shape than you. And boy, there's piles of those out there right now. So congratulations. We didn't drink the Kool-Aid, and we're going to continue to protect people. And listen, even if you bought at the height and you have buyer's remorse right now, hang in there. I mean, you'll learn some lessons. I don't want to sugarcoat it and tell you it's all rainbows and sunshine and the government will come, save the day. They won't. They won't. Their plan is to see foreclosures. Make no mistake about that. You got to know the end result. If your plan is to create job losses, well, people went and bought houses. And who's this job loss wave hitting? We've talked about this before. The white-collar wage earners, all the high-flying tech stocks that did great are companies in the euphoria. So Jamie Dimon of Chase is predicted by this summer, everybody's pretty much stimulus is gone. Gone. And a recession is being ushered in on purpose. This is not on accident. This is all intentional. It's big stuff. Big stuff. So if we're forward thinking, critical thinking, reading between the lines and looking between the cracks, raising awareness, ringing the bell, sounding the alarm, letting people know the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever produced in world history couldn't sustain itself. In fact, it's reversed course even quicker than the '08 bubble. Yet most people completely clueless of what's going on out there. So, like I said before, keep your powder dry. Keep your money on the sidelines. Now, we've done this before. We'll do it again, I'm sure, moving forward with the channel. And we're helping a lot of you subscribers. If you want help getting off market or buying real estate and you want to get attached to a high-level agent, email in the description below. You can message me on Scott Walters Real Estate on all social media platforms. Find me there. And we'll find a way to get a hold of you and get you going. But the realities are this, friends. Deals are coming. So it's identifying which areas of the country are exhibiting crash behavior or even just penciling out. I want to be careful about saying crash behavior because really it just comes down to basic fundamentals when buying real estate. And somebody who didn't use his own rule in the last bubble who's developed that rule since, and now it's all I do. It's all I'm concerned with. Like I've always said, I'll live in a cracker box temporarily to stack up investment properties, cash flowing properties, even if it's my primary home or your primary home. Our number one goal is, if we're going to have a mortgage, if we're not all cash buyers, make sure our payment, our cost to own that house is under its rent range. So if and when we're ready, we'll turn it into a rental property someday. And someone else makes the payment and we get money every month. So the economic climate we're now swimming in, friends, like I said before, my job is to continue to hopefully just raise awareness, ring the bell, iron sharpens iron, get centered and surrounded with like-minded people and let you know you're not alone. You're not alone out there. I know a lot of people are out there sugarcoating it, especially the industry itself. And you don't need me here to tell you how Wells Fargo and every other bank in America is now laying off mortgage originators, the biggest cool-off ever recorded in history, that now, in fact, we're seeing prices drop all over America on a national average much quicker than they did in 2008. We've done in a few months what it took a whole year to do in 2008. Everything's trending in the wrong directions. It's just like I said, if you've never lived through a boom or a bust, or you're just not a salesman in the real estate industry the way I am, who has my thumb on the pulse, heat mapping and temperature checking, boots on the ground in the trenches, the Wild West of real estate, you got to understand this is what happens every single time. Like I've said before, I've told people all the time, I know once you make up your mind to buy, you're buying. The sky could be falling. That's just the way it is. That's why I was saying now the way we recondition our mind is we test properties first, make sure they pencil out, maybe test it with an offer, not falling in love with the property so we're ready to walk away, which is another elephant in the room when you see millions of unfinished homes from these big developers in these cookie cutter neighborhoods that have popped up during the euphoria, and now the rug pull has occurred and they're sitting on sucking air, empty houses. They're already slashing prices, trying to do rate buy downs, which is a fancy way to say an ARM mortgage adjustable rate's going to adjust on you. It's not locked in. Even adjustable rate mortgage, you can lock it in for 5 years, 10 years. No, not these rate buy downs. Maybe 1 year this rate, 2 years this. Boom. You're up making a payment in the middle of a recession. Don't you see a recession is knocking at the door? So a rate buy down is probably the stupidest thing you could do because you're guaranteed to have your payment go up in just a matter of a year or two. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. Unless you got cash on the sidelines and insulated yourself and you stayed centered and surrounded so you can navigate these waters and don't get sucked in to fear and panic. Reverse FOMO. So much stuff, right? The temperature check and heat map. Congratulations to everybody that stayed with the channel. I know it wasn't easy. I was ringing the bell very early on when it was euphoria. The comments were full of, well, this time is different, Scott. This time is different. Well, you're right. It is much different. It's worse. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understanding the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever produced in world history has reversed course. Chase Bank is reporting what they're seeing, the biggest bank, based on what they can pull from, which is much better data than you're going to get anywhere else. Is that they're seeing people draining their bank accounts are being drained. By this summer, they say they're pretty much all the stimulus is gone. People will be running on fumes. The house is the last thing to go. The car will go. The subscriptions will go. The bank account will go. Everything goes until ultimately the last thing is that house. And because we saw so many people put so much pressure to buy a house during the euphoria, drinking that Kool-Aid, it's going to be very hard for them to navigate through that efficiently. They're going to be a deer in the headlights because it's going to be a very emotional time. But eventually you'll get to what I always say is the answer to all our problems. Acceptance. Once you accept your situation, then we can move you out of there. I'm going to be here to do my best to help everybody every step of the way because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. We'll see you on the next video.